Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, well, I'm going to teach you guys how to lower temperatures on RTX cards without compromising performance too much. There is a compromise, but it's very minor. So basically, what I got to do is download MSI Afterburner, which you can find on MSI website, basically. It's very, very easy to install. And after I got that installed, you go under power limit, you click on that arrow pointing down, and you see the maximum temperature, which is 81. So what we're going to be doing here is lowering that maximum temperature so that we get rid of the NVIDIA boost range, because like it's going to boost till it gets to that level, so it gets to 81. Unless, like, if your card has proper cooling, that's not going to happen. If you have, like, 3 fans or if you got, like, decent airflow within your case, you're not going to have a situation where it's actually going to reach that cap. But normally, the card is going to try and get up all the way up there with the boost. So when it gets there, it knows, hey, it's time to cut the boost down because we've already gotten there, so we don't have to boost anymore. Because otherwise we're going past 81, and that's not good. We gotta sit at 81. So that is an issue if you have the bad airflow, because it's gonna get all the way up there to 81 real quick because there's not enough airflow. The cooling is like limited, so it's gonna get there, and eventually you're gonna lose frames, and the clock's gonna drop, and you're gonna lose performance and complain, which is expected, I assume. So basically, what we're going to be doing here is lowering the temperature limit so that it changes the boost, the cap for the boost, so that it doesn't actually engage at all. So you're going to have lower clocks, slightly lower, because the boost is not going to be there. I mean, it's going to be there just for a little bit, and then it's going to go away, and it's going to go from 1,800 megahertz, 850, I mean, on the 2070 to 1,700 something, and it's going to sit around there. So you're going to have like much lower temperatures. It's not going to be reaching a cap, which during summer is an issue, because like when it's cold, it's okay because it sits at 81, but when it's too hot outside, it's going to get 82, 83 at times. But you don't want it going over the max temperature, you know? So if you do that trick, it's going to avoid it from going past 80. It's going to sit 78, 79. I mean, my case, my situation with my bad airflow, I assume if you have proper airflow, you're going to get even better results than I get. But for summer gaming, it's the way to go, and it works really, really well by disabling or cutting short the boost. So what you've got to do is just go here on that temperature limit thing and just drag it all the way to 71. If you drag it any under that, it's going to start like misbehaving on games and stuff. Some games are just not going to work very well, like Red Dead Redemption and stuff. But 71 seems to be the sweet spot from what I've been testing. Like I've been trying out different temperature settings to get like lower temperatures, and so far this has been by far the best setting by a country mile. Like during gaming, like full load, I'm getting 78 max, and it's like 30 degrees outside, 29-ish. So it's considerable. It's a very, very, very acceptable temperature, all things considered. I mean, my airflow is awful. Like, it's worse than bad, actually. So that does help out a little bit. I hope it could help you guys as well. So if that was helpful somehow, leave a comment down below. Leave feedback, so it's good. So yeah, glad I could help. If that's the case, and if I could not help, I'm sorry, but you know, sometimes it's just meant to be, you know. But I'm pretty sure like it's at the very least gonna change the temperature a little bit. Might not be substantial, but it's definitely gonna cut down the temperatures because it gets rid of the boost. So the cards are not gonna be maxing out at the time, because that's NVIDIA boost was made for that. So it's gonna push as much as it can within the limits. So usually you have the physical barrier, which is proper cooling, which would then avoid it to get all the way up there. Because even if you wanted to get up there under that clock and that voltage, it would not be able to reach that temperature because, of course, you have proper cooling. But if your cooling is not proper enough, it's going to get there very easily. And then it's going to sit there and start throttling because that's what the GPU is made for. So it boosts all the way up to that limit, and then it's going to, you know, sit there and keep like lowering the clock and consequently losing performance. And it's just, it's painful. It's really painful to watch when you're gaming because the frames are all over the place. So if you lower the limit, you get rid of the boost, but the clocks stay within the same margin, sort of, like really close. It doesn't push that much though, like it sits a little under the maximum clock, but the temperatures are tame, so they're all the way under control, and it doesn't throttle anymore. So it's better to have lower clock but stable clock rather than having a higher max clock but then it just throttling all over the place because the temperature is too high. So if you lower that clock, you get lower temperatures, you get more consistent performance, and it's not much of a compromise as far as performance is concerned. Like I did run a couple of tests, and like it's within 5% max. Like 5% is nothing if you're playing a high FPS. You know, I mean, if you're struggling like to get 60, then yes, it's a big margin. But if you're talking about 200 plus or 100 plus, it's not much of a difference, honestly. And that depends a lot as well. Some games don't change at all. Games that are not very graphics card bound and stuff. So I hope it could help you guys. And if you have any questions, just fire it all the way down in the comment section. I'll be glad to help. And yeah, goodbye.